Love you, kitty. All right, kitty, you take care of the couch for me, okay? You sure are cute. Yes, you are. Little baby kitty. You super. Ooh. See it. Do you see that hearse? That was a good TV show, y'all. 6 feet under.
In the distance.
Definitely can't do that in our car. own shoes. That's nice calves. What do you think? Oh, the master electrician's is 817-694-4982. I guess it would work. One day of advertisement, then a few days of work. It's right here off Bailey. Looking for a master electrician. All right, it's August 1st, 2025. It is a Friday, about 5:49 p.m. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. My car's reading at about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So probably more than likely, probably about 93 degrees. Usually it's a little bit off, maybe 94 degrees. I'll check it out later. This is the part of the show where you get to watch me drop food at the doorstep, unless I get discovered as a famous novelist or filmmaker or actor or playwright or screenplay writer or whatever it is that I end up becoming. We do this for now. So that's the early stages of the Please Subscribe show. Right, kitty? Meow. All right, headed off. Oh, by the way, I did get to work. I did get to write on chapter 80 today, a pretty big little passage where the dwarf is dreaming of his old life of homelessness when he's on the subway train of New York, about to be interviewed by a big podcaster. He's got millions of dollars, so he's dreaming of the past when he was dealing with his dog Puck, and Puck was alive. His dog actually talks to him in the scene. It's a dream sequence. I got to write some of that today. I'm still tweaking it. I'm not going to release everything until I think it's like halfway ready. So these chapters are coming pretty slow. I don't know the speed of them. The updates usually whenever it's posted on my Facebook. If you follow my Facebook, it's the only way you're going to be able to follow the book. It's Cole Spivey. It's a black and white photo. It says vote on it. That's me. It should be listed in the description if you want to check out my Facebook. Once one post of the chapter is released, there'll be several different updated versions of that. Me correcting spelling, maybe adding and tweaking some of the lines, and that will happen it's a great succession, meaning it happens in a lot of little spurts. Not all the time, but when a chapter goes up, then all of a sudden an hour later there's an update, or 2 hours later there's an update of that same chapter. Gotta go. Right, guys, we are headed to Pie 5. It is called Pie 5 because they can make a pizza pie within 5 minutes. The reason why I know is because Linda worked there for a little stint. Now, Pie 5, we will be arriving at 5:57 arrival time. 5 minutes, 1.4 miles. Oh, appreciate it.
Can you confirm it for me?
Yep, I sure will. Find out if it's passed towards the train, then we just turn left and go over to the bridge. All right, the train has dispersed. This Pie 5 will arrive at 6:18 arrival, 13 minutes, 2.8 miles. Looks like it's just the engine only. But it's stopping right there. Now it's moving the opposite direction. I do that for safety reasons. Train 2010. Miles per hour, Marty. 88 miles per hour. One, I think for $8 at Mellow Mushroom. We'll arrive at 6:31. 10 minutes, 3.2 miles. 88 miles per hour, Marty. 88 miles per hour. Spread love. There's Gracie Toon, the sister of Tommy Toon's studio, where she teaches things like tango and tap dancing. Where I was raised, right on the other side of that Brahms on Wheeling, 2618 Wheeling. That's where I grew up when I was a teenager, pretty much, high school. Right past West Robert, right down there you'll see Wheeling. And that Fiesta's been there for a very long time. CC's Pizza's pretty new though. That gets a lot of attention around here. And then don't forget, guys, Cidercade. They've got video games and cider. If you're of that persuasion. Probably play the video games without the cider. I don't know. Maybe in a blue moon I might have a cider. Very, very rare. Probably never. I don't know, maybe just to make you mad. A little cider. What are you drinking cider for, man? Aren't you a Protestant? I'm just having half a glass. No, I'm just joking. No strong drinks, said John the Baptist. And the high school I grew up in is Pascal. Well, as a teenager. Went to many different schools, but Pascal's the one I graduated from until I went to TWU and then graduated at UNT. Eventually ended up in New York at the new school. But that's where it started. Some of the creative writing. this side of the school. Bob Reed's creative writing class right over there in the corner. We used to take our short stories out. They usually were 5 pages. Mine were sometimes 5 or 12 pages. And they had to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And that was it. That was the only assignment. Had a clear beginning, a middle, and an end. That was it. That was the religion of that creative writing class. Tried to argue with him when I had a 12-page story, didn't have an ending. Tried to say it just cuts off. And I didn't like that. Nope, clear beginning. This is the beginning. Here's the middle, and there's the end. Okay, we're going to be pulling up on Mellow Mushroom. Pick up your pizza. Eventually drop it at your doorstep. This one's kind of a tame Mellow Mushroom compared to the Arlington one. This is the one on Bluebonnet Circle. Right there. Mellow Mushroom. Pizza bakers. Right next to this apartment tenant building. Tenant apartment building, sorry. It's just the way that the sign says. Apartment, tenant, apartment building. Get a little more creative with this take. All right, this mellow mushroom will arrive. This mellow mushroom will arrive at 6:53 p.m. 13 minutes, 4.6 miles. It looks like we got a velvet taco. We'll arrive at 7:08, 4 minutes, 0.7 miles. All right, looks like we have some serious pizza. There's the serious pizza eaters all gathered around, telling tall tales about pepperoni, mushrooms, pineapple, maybe hamburger. It's a very serious talk going on at the Serious Pizza. Looks like they put me in a spiral right here. I'll have to go back. Try her again. We're open till late. Looks like they got the beer battered cauliflower, queso blanca. Interrupted there for a minute. Beer battered cauliflower, queso blanco, no cilantro and no heat. There's a no cilantro, probably no cilantro. They got some beer battered cauliflower, queso blanco, no cilantro. Like they got beer battered cauliflower, queso blanco, no cilantro, and no heat. Looks like it makes sense now. It's a velvet taco. Turns out it was velvet taco. That's what I was trying to figure out. Beer battered cauliflower and queso. I was like, what in the world? And then it didn't look like pizza. Thought it was serious pizza, but it's actually velvet taco. Okay, that was the force of gravity hitting the horn. Here we go. We're at velvet taco. Let's go this way here. All right, velvet taco. All right, this velvet taco is going to be delivered at 7:35, 14 minutes, 5.6 miles. I got a little 651 at El Patron Tacos. We'll be there at 7:50, 1.3 miles. Yeah, it's probably El Patron Tacos. That's right, this gas station right here. El Patron Tacos. I have to pick up a Spirit at Specs and drop it off, as well as this El Patron Taco. amazing. This street minister, he ends up all over different areas of Fort Worth, not just there. He's usually in this area. I saw him in a few other areas the other day. He has a cane. It's like it says in the Bible, a staff and the Word of God. Actually, they would just be given a cane, the saints. And he's saying, praise God. He's showing them the book. Pretty busy. I got it for sale over here by the water fountain. Right, this Spirit and Twix bar will be going 3 miles. We'll arrive at 8:24 p.m. And I don't know if Channing's mom is listening, but her dog Faith passed away, and I hope that one day they'll all be reunited at the Rainbow Bridge, which is the belief that all dogs and cats, when they die, they go to a rainbow bridge to meet up with their owners. Heard the message on Facebook. I know dogs and cats are very special, just like people, and they're treated nearly the same. And it's very sad. Prayers go out to the little beautiful dog, Faith. All right, we got a little $4 at Chipotle. 1.5 miles. It'll be there 8:42. 8:43. All right, this Chipotle will arrive at 8:57. 8 minutes, 3.1 miles. All right, got 11:50 at Mellow Mushroom. Be there 1.1 mile. 9:03 arrival. Made it back to the Mellow Mushroom once more. This is their chimney stack. Looks like a little Mellow Mushroom dude on a tricycle. It's pretty cool. They say they got free Wi-Fi in there, but I don't advertise that stuff. At least it's 500 up, 500 down. All right, this Mellow Mushroom's going to Benbrook. We will arrive at 9:28 p.m. 18 minutes, 11 miles. Love that Popeye. All right, this Popeyes will arrive at 10:05, 4.1 mile. That's the tennis court. This would be the first building in front of the tennis court. $7.50, picking up Dave's Hot Chicken, 1017. We'll be there at 1.5 miles. Dave's Hot Chicken. This one has got the 30 grams of protein. It's a little bit better. That's what I used to get. This is about the same. A little lower in calories. Vanilla bean. Alright. Okay. That's where I advertise my vanilla bean. It's like extra vitamins, because I'm kind of a health nut. So it's protein plus, 30 grams of protein. It comes from pretty much reduced fat milk. And it's got 40% of your vitamin D, 190% of your vitamin C, 190% of vitamin B12. Calcium's at 60%. Zinc 45, potassium 30, and magnesium 45%. And then it's got a ton of other vitamins like phosphorus, biotin, magnesium, which is very important if you're taking vitamin D, especially vitamin D3. You want to take it with about that much magnesium, 185 milligrams of magnesium, and get a hold of magnesium. There's zinc in there, chromium, iodine, B12, B3, vitamin E, vitamin A, a lot of important vitamins. It's kind of like my beer. They don't really, they might serve them at certain bars. I doubt it. Did make all alcoholics mad. Like, what's he over there drinking a vanilla bean for? Was he a non-alcoholic type? Actually, yes. that Baptist in me. I always try to avoid, never mind. You won't really see me in a bar very often. At least I have to be there. Talk to other actors or directors or something. Anyway, all right, headed back. See Kitty. All right, so it says 283. I put my code in, and I'll switch to a nickel cheaper. 278. Back to 278. Cheaper near gas.